So we're up now. We've gone from Cox fours to Cox-less fours. This is the Wyfold Challenge Cup. We've got Thames Rowing Club A and Phoenix Boat Club on your left and right-hand side of the picture. So Phoenix on the right there, Thames on the left. Now, I feel Thames is going to be a bit of a force to be reckoned with here. What do you think, Greg?
Yeah, like to be a force to be reckoned with. The Phoenix have made a good start here. The crew's quite close together. You see the barman there and the Thames crew just having a look across to his side. That's Ben Wright having a look there, because Wyfold crews always coxless boats. You can have a bit of blade clashing, and yeah, the Phoenix crew have made a pretty good start here.
Well, actually, I saw a hand go up there in the two-seat of the Thames crew. James Reader trying to stick his hand up whilst taking the stroke, because Phoenix were really in their water. I mean, you know, it looks like Thames are now striding out, and it may not give them any problems later on down the course, but it really can be quite intense in those first 30 strokes. The steering can be going everywhere, and if Thames were down at this point, you know, that might have been something that they wanted to take up at the finish. But we're now halfway through. Thames looking to sort of establish their rightful position at the front of the field.
Well, I've got to say hats off to Phoenix for taking it to them, and in some ways trying to mix it up a little bit. They let themselves come off the station, whether that was deliberate as they were coming along Temple Island, but they drifted off the station and almost turned it into a bit of a dogfight. As it was, the boats didn't clash. That's Richard Phelps in the umpire's lodge, didn't need to wave his flag at that stage of the race. So Thames have been able to settle into a steady pace. You can see him on the right of the shot there. But Phoenix certainly haven't given this up, and I think there still could certainly be plenty of racing in this.
Yeah, and I guess one thing to say is that you never know with Coxless fours, right? The beauty of the Wyfolds is that we do see some of these errors happening, people hitting the booms, people steering, you know, and taking lengths off their boat just with an ever so slight incorrect movement with the steersman's foot. And in control for that for Thames Rowing Club, it's Ben Wright in the bow seat. He's managed to keep them on the straight and narrow so far, and good corrections actually, I must say, for the bowman of the Phoenix Boat Club crew, Austin Roberts, who's corrected well, kept them moving down the course and kept them actually within a length of contact here, Greg. I feel, you know, don't want to write them off too soon, because they are keeping touch.
They're definitely keeping in touch. The Thames crew will now be coming down to Remenham Club. You can see it in this shot. They'll expect to get some support there from the Remenham Club members. They're coming past them now, and they'll need the strength and power they've got. They're a big, strong crew. Just having a look in the three-seat is Stephen Bacchus, known as Chewbacca to his friends, nearly 2 meters tall. So a big, strong powerhouse in the middle of this race. Probably helped them in these headwind conditions to be a bigger, stronger crew. So we take a look at them now. You can see they're big, strong men. James Reader in the two-seat. It's his 11th Henley that he's raced at. So you can see that wisdom and enthusiasm. They're just trying to hold it long, try and just keep this crew from Phoenix at bay as they're still going at them.
Yeah, they are underrating Phoenix. We must remember that. And into the headwind, I think conserving energy and being efficient, we were talking about this earlier, being efficient with your strokes is hugely, hugely important. And actually steering just going awry again, and efficiency with line also as important as efficiency with stroke. So Phoenix just trying to pull themselves back round and off the booms. This crew from Phoenix Boat Club, we believe, is the Old Bedford School alumni, so Old Bedfordians.
Yeah, so the Old Bedfordians, we think it is, in the crew from Phoenix. And the steering, yeah, that's Austin Roberts in the bow seat. His middle name's Cruz, which he says is a homage to Tom Cruise, who's actually exactly the same height as him, 172 centimetres. So he thinks he might be one of the shortest people at the regatta, but he's obviously got that rudder attached to it. He's probably making the calls, and he's telling his crew now is the time to make a move.
Well, they're going to have to keep a calm head, especially in the bow seats, because we all know that when things get intense in the sprinting stages, you can forget about the steering sometimes. It's very easy to do. They've got a lot going on, and with Thames just sitting on them, and it does look like they're sitting on them. They're down at 31, 32 strokes a minute to 35 in the Phoenix Boat Club crew. I think Thames have got the room to go. Their ceiling's a little bit higher than Phoenix, who are already climbing up there. They're going to have to do something pretty special, I think.
I think you're probably right. We're looking at the Thames crew here. They're coming up towards the progress boards in front of the enclosures. Camilla, if they need something now, they feel the need for
speed. They need some
But I think the moment could be too late coming here past the progress board camera. Thames looking pretty strong. The moment might have passed.
Well, Mr. Cruz, middle name Cruz in the Bowersea, yeah, just letting that slip away from him somewhat from his namesake. No, a really stellar performance here from Thames Rowing Club A, Wright, Reader, Bacchus and Rawlington, who, despite that slight interference off the start and trying to juggle, sticking hands in the air and keeping their race rhythm going, they did triumph. And Phoenix will come over the line there. A good effort from them to stay in touch for most of the course, but the last few hundred metres just proved too much.